Welcome to GreenBiz Studio. My name is Vartan Badalian, Director of Transportation here at GreenBiz. I'm speaking with Ryan Spies, Managing Director of Sustainability at Alaska Airlines. Ryan, it's great to be with you.
Vartan, great to see you again, sir.
Wonderful. So let's just dive right in. Aviation is a hard-to-abate sector, and much of the industry is investing in sustainable aviation fuel to help decarbonize operations. But honestly, not enough SAF exists. We all know that. And even more so, not all SAF is created equal. Walk me through Alaska's approach to procuring the right type of SAF to advance decarbonization, and ultimately what the industry needs to do to accelerate the right SAF in the market.
Yeah, that's a great question, and you're spot on. There's not enough of it, and we need a lot more, a lot faster. Sustainable aviation fuel, the way we're looking at it right now is attacking it on all fronts. There's things that we need to do today to supply customer demand. So we have some corporate customers that really want to see what they can do on Scope 3 emissions reductions, which are helping. We're also saying, how do we scale up an industry that's really pretty nascent? It's less than 1% of the fuel available in the world right now. And we have all the American airlines here have committed to 10% of our fuel will be SAF by 2030. So we've got not a lot of time to scale this up. And you're absolutely right, there are different types of SAF. They're not all created equal. What's basically on the market today is our HEFA fuels or fats, greases, tallow, things like that, which definitely have a lower carbon score, but aren't really going to be there in massive quantities like we need in the future. So how do you scale from today to the technologies of the future? Things like long offtake agreements you're seeing more and more airlines and producers get into, and also identifying new technologies where investments can be made to scale up solutions. So for example, we just saw a recent announcement with a long offtake with a partner of ours with 12. 12 is an amazing technology. They're actually taking CO2 out of the air through a point source and using renewable energy to create synthetic fuels or e-fuels. And that will have a tremendous impact, but that's a small amount that's available today, even in the 1% world. So how do you scale that? It's looking for long-term offtakes, investments from big companies, as well as policy. Policy is one that cannot be ignored and one we're actively pursuing, trying to get more credits to get this fuel scaled faster.
Wonderful. So then, additionally, Alaska recently partnered with a company called Choose, a tech platform that allows your customers ultimately to contribute towards growing the SAF market and accelerating decarbonization. Do you think consumer choice programs such as this really drive any meaningful impact in accelerating your efforts?
Absolutely. I think consumers look at air travel as one of those places that is hard to decarbonize, but one that they want to take a part in. Our partnership with Choose is a great example of where we're seeing demand even outstrip what we thought it would be. At the end of last year, we ran this promo with Choose where we were giving EQMs or elite qualifying miles to guests that wanted to purchase SAF to reduce their carbon impact. We have started with, okay, maybe we could sell 100,000 gallons of SAF, which definitely is a lot. And it ended up after the month was over, it ended up being over 500,000 gallons sold through that program, which I think is just a tremendous uptake. Each customer on average was spending hundreds of dollars to help this cause, as well as obviously receive EQMs. So we think the demand is there. Being a West Coast airline, we believe that we have the right population to actually help us push that as well. So we know that our customers are interested, and I think consumer choice is showing itself over and over in every industry that green solutions are the right solutions.
So on that point, lastly, while we focus this conversation on SAF, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on where Alaska sees alternative aviation solutions coming into play, like hydrogen and electric. Do you see that having a meaningful difference between now and 2050 in reducing emissions?
Certainly between now and 2050. I think that's the right framing. We don't see that as a really near-term solution, but that's not stopping us from investing and also partnering with organizations out there trying to push the next level of flight. Novel propulsion like hydrogen power is one that we're really passionate about. We have a partnership with a company called Zero Avia, where we actually donated a regional plane, about an 87-seater, that they're going to hopefully test flight with that new propulsion powered by hydrogen in the next 2 years. That's the kind of solution that can get us for regional carries. In terms of hydrogen and electric on the long haul, so coast to coast, it's definitely a while off. That doesn't mean that we're not trying and that we're not looking at nascent technologies, but as you know, right, what it takes to get a plane flying and then get a plane flying with passengers on a regular basis, it just takes a long time. It's not stopping us from investing. It's not the short-term solution, but it absolutely is part of the medium and long-term solution.
With that, thank you, Ryan. You just heard from Ryan Spies, Managing Director of Sustainability at Alaska Airlines.
Thanks, Vartan.